The disaster itself, being a Spokane resident, was very difficult to manage within my heart and my mind. So being at the Disaster Assistance Center, it felt good to be a helper in the community and provide some kind of relief or some kind of support for a community that I love very much.
At the time, it's a little tough just because you're seeing people in need and you're seeing them kind of at their lowest. But once you're able to actually get those clients the services or the items that they need, it's actually really fulfilling knowing that we played a part in hopefully making their life better after such a devastating thing that happened.
Hi, I'm Amber Johnson, incoming CEO for SNAP. And I've been with SNAP for nearly 20 years. And throughout that time, I've watched this organization respond as our community has faced some really challenging times. And each time I find myself feeling the same thing, proud. Proud of our staff and of how quickly they step up to help our neighbors when they need us the most. And I felt that pride over the last several weeks as we've come together to respond to the Spokane complex fires. SNAP was at the Disaster Assistance Center every day, listening and helping our neighbors determine what comes next in their recovery.
So a lady needed assistance at DAC, and so she reached out to me wanting an air purifier and a fan, but unfortunately she did not have a way to get to the DAC. And so I put the referral in for her to get the process starting, and within 10 minutes or so, that referral got approved. I was able to bring her a fan and a air purifier.
So a man came up to me at the Disaster Assistance Center. He expressed that 19 family members were staying with him, both his in-laws and his family, and how said he didn't mind having everybody there, but just costs were very high. So he was very relieved to not have to worry about his Avista bill this month.
This lady had approached us on one of the last days of the DAC, and she had just returned to her home after the evacuations were lifted in her area and after the power got restored from Avista doing the public safety shutoff. And she discovered that her furnace wasn't starting. And our minor home repair people were able to give her a call that same day.
We met a woman at the DAC that was referred to SNAP and didn't know about our programs and services, but was made aware we had air purifiers, and her spouse was living with respiratory issues. We were able to provide her one on site, which was an immediate resource and something that she very much needed. At the same time, she learned about the Avista My Energy discount and did not think that they would qualify for the discount, and was thrilled to find out that they did. And what made it even better was that we were able to enroll her immediately on site. So that was 2 immediate resources for someone who was dealing with one of the worst of many days that she had been experiencing.
Different families, different needs. One thing that we've heard is that for many families, this is the first time they've needed to ask for help. If that's you, I want you to know that SNAP is here for you as well. Since August 1st, our resource team has answered more than 1,300 calls from people looking for help and made hundreds more calls connecting people with resources and support. At the Disaster Assistance Center, SNAP staff had more than 550 direct engagements with community members helping people navigate resources, assistance, and referrals. And one of the most immediate needs we've seen has been clean air. SNAP has purchased more than 600 air purifiers to help families dealing with smoke and poor air quality. Those numbers give you a sense of the scale of this response, but behind every one of them is a neighbor, a family, and a conversation like the ones you just heard. And we're still listening. Through our wildfire text outreach, we reached nearly 1,400 households, and more than 160 people responded to tell us directly what they need most right now. We're using what we hear to help shape SNAP's response as those needs change in the weeks and months ahead. As I prepare to step into the role of CEO, there are many things I'm thinking about for SNAP's future, but one thing won't change. For 60 years, SNAP has shown up for this community, in the everyday moments and in the extraordinary ones. And while the fires may no longer be dominating the headlines, for many of our neighbors, recovery is just beginning, and we'll be here for that part too. If you've been impacted by the fires and need help, please reach out to SNAP. And if you're in a position to help your neighbors recover, your gift to SNAP's wildfire response can help us ensure we continue to meet those needs. We're Spokane neighbors helping Spokane neighbors, and we're in this together.